Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty fundamental. We're looking at what happens when LLMs stop being, just chatbots
Right.
and start becoming these complex agents,
Exactly. Systems that can actually reason, use tools, remember things.
which of course creates a whole new world of security threats you have to think about.
A much more sophisticated landscape. And that's our mission today. We're going to unpack the sources on a new model called AprielGuard.
From ServiceNow AI, an 8 billion parameter model.
That's the one. And it's designed for this new reality because, the old tools, the traditional classifiers, they're just not cutting it anymore.
They can't handle the complexity.
No. So they see one little message, but the real vulnerabilities are in these long conversations, the context, the model's own reasoning steps. All of that can be exploited now.
So a unified model sounds like the right approach, but doesn't that usually mean you sacrifice performance in, specific areas?
That's the classic trade-off, but they really tried to tackle that head-on. It's actually pretty impressive. It hits two huge areas.
Okay.
So first, you've got 16 different categories of safety risks.
16. That's a lot.
It is. And it goes way beyond just toxicity. It's looking for things like risky financial practices or even subtle influence operations.
Like trying to manipulate markets with some bad advice hidden in a normal-sounding answer.
Precisely. The kind of thing a keyword filter would never see. And then on the flip side...
You have the direct attacks, the jailbreaks, and prompt injections.
Exactly. The full suite. Prompt injection, memory poisoning, even attacks on the model's logic itself, what they call chain of thought corruption.
But attacking the reasoning process, that's
Yeah.
deep. So to do all that, you'd need a lot of flexibility in how you deploy it.
And that's where the dual mode operation comes in. You have reasoning mode, which gives you these nice structured explanations, great for audits.
But slow.
But slow, yes. So for production, you have fast mode. It's just the classification, no explanation, but it's built for that low latency pipeline.
And you need that speed because of what it's analyzing.
You do. And this, I think, is its most unique feature. It's designed to handle full agentic workflows.
So not just the user's prompt.
Not at all. It looks at everything. The tool calls the agent makes, its memory, the system prompts, and all those intermediate reasoning steps we talked about. It analyzes the entire chain of events.
So how did they manage to make it robust enough for that? The training data must have been immense.
It was. The sources show they relied heavily on synthetically generated data. They used powerful models like Mixtral 8x7b to basically create super sophisticated attacks to train on.
So they're using advanced AI to build the training data to defend against advanced AI attacks.
It's the only way to keep up. And they also focus intensely on long context robustness. They tested it all the way up to 32,000 tokens.
32,000.
Yeah. Think about it. That's like hiding one malicious sentence in a 50-page report, and the model has to find it. That's the world we're in.
And is that just in English?
Right. They did multilingual evaluation across 8 other languages. French, German, Japanese. I mean, this is a global problem.
It really feels like this is a necessary step, moving away from these patchy, multi-stage safety filters to one scalable foundation.
It is a big step, but,
Yeah.
The sources were also clear about the limitations. It's not a silver bullet.
Okay, what are the main ones?
Well, first, it could still be vulnerable to completely new or just really weird attack strategies nobody's seen before.
The unknown unknowns.
Exactly. Second, you have that fundamental latency interpretability trade-off. Do you want fast or do you want to know why? You can't always have both.
And what about really specific fields?
That's the third point. It might underperform in super specialized domains like, say, complex legal analysis or niche medical diagnostics, where the context is just incredibly nuanced.
That speed versus understanding trade-off really gets at the core challenge here. But it seems AprielGuard is a huge move forward as we see LLMs become these deeply integrated systems.
It is. And it leaves a really interesting question for you, the listener, to think about. Given these performance trade-offs we see between the fast mode and the reasoning mode, how important is interpretability really?
When you have to balance it against the speed you need for a live product.
Right. When every millisecond counts, how much are you willing to pay for that? Why? And what does the whole ecosystem lose when we start sacrificing that deeper understanding for just pure raw velocity?